how does Chris Paul make James Harden and the Rockets better?
He will, because he will get in their face. He will demand excellence, and he will demand that they give that effort at the defensive end, because that's the type of leader Chris Paul is.
It's going to be weird, though, for Harden when you have the ball and you do whatever. I mean, he would just keep it. I think he had probably had more ball time than anybody in the NBA, even Russell Westbrook Jr. III. But I wonder how that does work when it's Chris Paul who has to lead the show, but it's James Harden's show.
The last 2 to 3 minutes of a close game for Houston, that will be the intrigue. And that's the chemistry part I've been talking about with all this player movement during the offseason. Chemistry is going to be huge this year for these teams and for these superstars that are starting to play with one another. You know, who's going to have the ball? Because, you just mentioned it. James Harden was spectacular last year down the stretch, but he had the basketball. For Chris Paul to be successful and what he's done throughout his whole career is be the setup man. He needs the basketball. The one thing that Mike D'Antoni has going for him the last couple of years, Doc had taken Chris Paul off the ball with Austin Rivers and Raymond Felton kind of having that ball handling responsibilities down the stretch. So Chris Paul can play off the basketball. We've seen that, but both of those two players need the basketball to be successful. That's what I want to see, is how they build that chemistry.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.